Yo! What's poppin', Toon Goons? Like, share, repost, subscribe, follow at Boppa9595 everywhere. YouTube, SoundCloud, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Snap, wherever, whenever. Bump the record, spread the record, repost the record, share the record. Now, it's been 23 days since Apex. It's me. It's out now on all streaming platforms. 23 days since then, and in this one, we're going to address what birthed the album. It's been a process since then, and it's a process now. The origins, the inspirations, the characters, and as well, the themes. So these four things birthed the album. Let me start with the origins. Back in 2023, a year prior to that, I had dropped my debut album, Boppa. The analytics were through the roof, the statistics were through the roof, and the logistics were through the roof. And I felt as if though I needed to drop another bomb for the Toon Goons. That brings me to the Sophmore LP, Apex. Now, let me get into the inspiration. Training Day, Alonzo Harris, and Jake Hoyt. Now, Training Day is a classic film, Denzel film, that debuted in 2003. And in that film, it debuted and depicted the hood. It was on the West Coast, but motherfuckers on the East Coast and the South, it resonated and related to them as well. Now, that film depicted a lot of goon shit, gangster shit, black masculinity, and black empowerment. Alonzo Harris. Technically, he was a cop, but in the eyes of a black man from the hood, from the ghetto viewing that film, he was basically a gangster, a goon. He slid on his ops. He did what he had to do to get his goals and his objectives accomplished by any means necessary. One of the vocal points of why I chose this film. Now, Jake Hoyt, we have a white boy. This boy right here was the dude who got did by Alonzo Harris. Alonzo Harris being the big dog, Jake Hoyt was the white man underneath him. Now, the vocal point of the film is black empowerment. Getting back to that again. Black empowerment is about black men being successful, wealthy, strong, physically adept, and everything else. Jake Hoyt was a white boy from the suburbs. He was scrawny and he was frail. But Alonzo Harris did everything he could to try to make sure that his goals got accomplished. Alonzo Harris' goals got accomplished. That's why I chose this film, because it resonated with black men. And that's a prime theme throughout all my albums is black masculinity. On Boppa, I compared myself to Bugs Bunny, a successful character once more, who always did anything he could to get the goal accomplished, to get a victor, to be the victor, to become a personality who was victorious. Now, Goon Jock, that was the EP dropped September 13th. That was based on the Milton Tayshawn from the Boondocks, a black animated TV series. And now we bring it to today. Apex, it's me, based on Training Day and Alonzo Harris. Another thing about Jake Hoyt is that Jake Hoyt in this album was compared to my ops. Now, I wanted to compare Jake Hoyt to my ops because my ops are the polar opposite of me. They're unmotivated, they're lazy, they're lackluster. And then when you bring it back to me, I'm the polar opposite of them. Successful, motivated, doing anything I can once more to get the goal accomplished. So, in this album, I compared myself to Alonzo Harris and compared my ops to Jake Hoyt. Now, the characters. As I already went on about previously before, Alonzo Harris, Jake Hoyt. Now, two more characters. Again, two more characters. The Grim Reaper and Father Time. Now, in this album, the Grim Reaper is basically the voice of death. That vocal projection of a character who could kill based off of a voice, off of a sound, off of a character type. A voice that is death, a voice that is murderous. And it's all within the artistic context of the album. Father Time. The classic depiction of Father Time. The classic depiction of Father Time. Time in terms of life and death. Times in terms of young and old. Past and future. Just time. Now, the themes. Masculinity. Gangster. Hood. Black power. Goal-oriented. And objective motivated. Masculinity is a constant theme throughout all my albums, from Boppa, Goon Jock, and to Apex. Gangster. I'm from the hood, born and raised. That shit is always going to be in me. You can take the man out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of the man. Now, Black Power. I'm all about black people, black men specifically, getting their just due in America. Black America. Being able to succeed. Being able to be successful, wealthy, well off, and do anything they can to get the goal accomplished. Goal-oriented. So a black man, is more imperative for him to have goals and to be able to guide his own life as he sees fit, so that this way he can be well off in the near future. Objective-oriented. Objective motivated as well. Same thing that ties right in with the goal orientation. Being able to be successful, accomplished, and well off in the near future. Now that takes care of the origins, the inspirations, the characters, and the themes of this album. Apex, it's me. It's out now on all streaming platforms. YouTube, SoundCloud, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Snap, Pandora, iTunes, Spotify, wherever, whenever. Bump the record, spread the record, repost the record, and share the record. More music videos, radio show appearances, freestyles, and interviews are on the way. Apex was a classic album. Go bump that shit. Bump Apex. Hit Boppa up on all streaming platforms. Wherever, whenever. Toon Goons. Tune in. Tap in. Stay tuned. Toon Goons. 100.